Welcome here to the Kansas Speedway for race number 30 of the 2015 NASCAR XFINITY Series season. We are live here from Kansas for the Kansas Lottery 300. Getting ready to go green for 27 laps of racing. We have 4 races remain until we will crown ourselves a champion for 2015. And here are the drivers still in the hunt for the championship. As you see right now, Regan Smith has a 22-point lead on both Chase Elliott and Ty Dillon. But the guy who's lost a lot of points in the last 2 races is Brian Scott. 38 points now behind the point leader. Also, just trying to hang in there in this championship battle is Chris Buescher. He's right now 56 points behind. He's not out yet by no means, but still, he needs a lot of help if he's going to be the champion at the end of the year. Running at your top 10 points is Darrell Wallace Jr., Elliott Sadler, Brendan Gaughan, Ryan Reed, and Daniel Suarez, your top 10 points. As you look down below at your starting grid rolling across the screen, we have the number 20 of Matt Kenseth on the pole, a driver who is in the chase in the Cup Series, alongside Rookie of the Year contender Darrell Wallace Jr. On road to one of those championship contenders, that number 9 of Chase Elliott, alongside the number 1 of Elliott Sadler. On row 3, 2 more chase contenders in the Cup Series, racing here on a Saturday afternoon. Joey Logano in the 22 and Kevin Harvick in the 88. Running out your top 10 are 3 of the RCR cars, Brendan Gaughan, Austin Dillon, and Brian Scott, and Chris Buescher will start in 9th place. Also, look at that 6th car on the outside lane. A great qualifying run for TriStar's Blake Cook. Advanced to round 3 in qualifying, and he will roll off 12th, the best start of the year for that number 8 Toyota. Running out the field will be the number 40 of Timmy Hill and the 74 Jordan Anderson, making his second career start in the Xfinity Series. Tomorrow, the NASCAR Spring Up Series will be live right here from the Kansas Speedway, the Hollywood Casino 400, live tomorrow. Make sure you check that out. But first, let's get the Xfinity race live from Kansas in the books as we take you to the green flag. And now making our way onto the racetrack, going green this time around. Number 20 of Matt Kenseth on the pole. We've not seen that much of Kenseth in the Xfinity Series in 2015. We've seen a lot of Denny Hamlin and Eric Jones behind the wheel of that number 20 car, but Kenseth making his final start in 2015. Darrell Wallace Jr., 1 win in 2015 coming out of Las Vegas. And we got Chase Elliott still winless in 2015, but a win today would really help his championship hopes. Elliott Sadler right now 7 points, 124 points behind. He is pretty much out of the battle. And Logano and Harvick on row 3, 2 drivers who can easily win this race today. Brendan Gaughan, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, and Brian Scott your top 10. And then you got the 54 of Eric Jones. His 54 car has won the last 2 races with Kyle Busch. What can they do today outside the top 12? Coming down at the green flag, the 20 of Matt Kenseth and the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. In front row, we're under Matt Kenseth. A nice jump on the number 20 of Kenseth. He is going to get an early jump. Down in the turn 1, Chase Elliott on the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr. And here comes Joey Logano. They're all making contact. Harvick is going to turn Sadler down into Brendan Gaughan. Have a crash up back in the pack. Not able to see who that was, but here comes Logano on the inside of Chase Elliott. Remain 3 wide back here. Brian Scott in the back, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon. They race down the line. Look at Brendan pulling that 42 car. Nice run early on in the race. He'll be across the line in 6 as a caution is out. And we already know that Regan Smith and Brian Scott and Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher, they are safe. I'm starting to think that one of the guys who could have been involved was Ty Dillon. No, it was the 15 of Travis Quapple involved, Mason Mingus in the 84, and Ty Dillon is involved. Second in points, Ty Dillon, another bad run for the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Jordan Anderson has took his car behind the wall, so has Alex Kennedy and Ryan Sieg. Timmy Hill is out the race along with the 84 of Mason Mingus. Mingus driving for Billy Boat's number 84 team this weekend. Out the race, so is Quapple. So already 34 cars are remaining on track, and Ty Dillon, we'll see if he can get back out there. I don't see a whole lot of damage that would send this car behind the wall. But trouble today could pretty much ruin his shot at the title. And it starts with him getting a nice run on the 8 of Blake Cook, who's kind of slower. And there's Regan Smith, your point leader, right in the middle. And there goes Blake Cook in the outside wall. We did not see Blake Cook involved. Ty Dillon, Ryan Sieg. Cook had a great run in qualifying. You see Jeremy Clements, Alex Kennedy, he gets run into hard by Travis Quapple. There's Jordan Anderson, the 15 goes upside down. Then you got the 84 Mason Mingus. He's going to get hit by, well, no, he doesn't get hit again, but Mingus making his 3rd or 4th start in 2015. So he's right here behind Landon Castle. And right there, Kennedy hits Mingus, and right there, it's the hard hit for the 84. He gets hit by Timmy Hill. Morgan Shepherd goes right through the middle. And a whole lot of drivers out of the race now. The 0-1 of Landon Castle has took his car behind the wall as well. Let's see what happened to him. And there's a 28 that's Michael Self in the 0-1. Landon Castle was driving the 0 this weekend. Michael Self is in the 0-1. Let's see what happened to the 28 and the 0-1. And it looks like JJ Yaley had the crash missed. No, he's going to end up getting turned by Ross Chastain right here off turn 2. And while Chastain doesn't get any, real damage out of that, it's going to affect Chastain's teammate Michael Self, who's going to come up into the picture right there. And just an innocent bystander, Michael Self, a real bonehead move by the 28 of Yaley. Self is out the race, but Yaley is still on track. Ty Dillon, 33rd, 1 lap down. As all that mess was going on, Matt Kenseth was able to get out and lead the first 3 laps. Right now we're on lap 4. And then you have the 22 of Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Darrell Wallace Jr., and Brendan Gaughan. How about Brendan Poole up inside the top 10 right now? Poole making a 16th start of the year. Make one more, that will be at Phoenix. And there'll be Kyle Larson racing this car at Texas and Homestead. Right behind him is some of the Rouse 4s of Elliott Sadler and Chris Buescher, Eric Jones, and Kevin Harvick all the way down to 10th on that start. Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Ryan Scott, Regan Smith, and Dakota Armstrong, Ryan Reed, John West Townley, Landon Castle, David Starr, and Jay Burton. They will make up your top 20. David Gilliland driving the 97 this weekend for Baker Racing. David Gilliland drives for Front Row in the Cup Series, making his first start of 2015 in the XFINITY Series. Right now, 21st. Nice run early on for Joey Gase, 22nd. Tyler Young, Truck Series sophomore driver, 23rd. Ross Chastain and Brandon Godovic. Cale Conley, Harrison Rhodes, Derek Coop, Morgan Shepherd, and Blake Cook with a damaged leaf filter Toyota. Jeremy Clements has damage. JJ Yaley and Ty Dillon 1 lap down. So that is how the field looks right now, as it will be going back to green with 5 laps down. It'll be 21 to go this time by. Coming down to the green flag, the pace car is in pit lane, and Matt Kenseth will get us back underway in the Kansas Lottery 300. I believe Matt won this race 2 years ago. Logano second, Elliott Wallace, and Brendan Gaughan. And now Elliott Sadler on the inside of Brendan Poole. Here comes that 54 of Eric Jones, and Suarez getting a real big tap from that 33 of Austin Dillon. They hang on. And trying to chase down the leader is at 22 of Joey Logano. Elliott third, Darrell Wallace Jr., and Brendan Gaughan on the move now up inside the top 5. Eric Jones passes Sadler to 6. Chris Buescher, Suarez, Austin Dillon pushing them all by Sadler and Brendan Poole. Dillon gives Suarez a little tap. Sadler gets run up all the way up the track, and here comes Harvick. Ryan Scott, look at all the spots that Wilmtar is losing in just 2 laps. Dillon pushed Suarez up into one of Sadler. Now he's almost outside the top 15. Should he get passed by these 2 cars back here, Dakota Armstrong and Ryan Reed. He stayed green for a couple laps, and now Logano on the back bumper of Kenseth. And turn 1, nice run off turn 2. Logano has a pretty good run though on the back straightaway. One little mistake by that 20 car, and Logano has that spot, the lead. Should the 20 make a little mistake, he's trying to get some clean air on the nose of that 22 purchase forward. Behind him is Chase Elliott. This is a run he really needs. I mean, Elliott's led the points for like 20 straight races, but really, the bad luck really started at New Hampshire. Even though he led the points a lot of points a long time after that New Hampshire race, Elliott's this 9-car is really, the consistency of the 9-car has not been the same. Right now running third, a great run, but still looking for win number 1 in 2015. And then he got Darrell Wallace Jr., who was second in points to Chase Elliott for most of the 2015 season, but at the past, not really been that kind to that number 6 car of Darrell Wallace Jr. And now under attack from the 4 of Eric Jones. That Monster Energy Toyota has 2 straight wins in this series with Kyle Busch, and he is moving up through the field along with Austin Dillon. Daniel Suarez and Kevin Harvick now on the inside of Brendan Guy and Chris Buescher, and Regan Smith now up inside the top 10. Right now running 11th, Ryan Scott, Elliott Sadler, Brendan Poole, and Dakota Armstrong. Ron Reed, John West Townley, Landon Castle, David Starr, and Kill Conley. And 3 wide back here, Chastain, Burton, and Gilliland. Now David Gilliland goes to the inside of Jeb Burton off turn 2. Now he sees right behind him, pushing the 26 down the straightaway. Giving Burton a little bit of more extra speed than he wants to. These are 2 drivers who will be racing tomorrow. Gilliland drives for Front Row Motorsports. Jeb Burton drives for BK Racing. Brandon Godovic running a partial schedule for a new team. Preseason. I think it's Preseason Performance Motorsports or something like that. Running 24th, and Tyler Young running 25th for King Autosport. Jeremy Clements 26th, JJ Yaley, Blake Cook, Joey Gase, Harrison Rhodes, Derek Cope. Ty Dillon's only been able to get around 1 car, that's Morgan Shepherd, but the bad news is Shepherd is on the lead lap, and Ty Dillon is not. Up front, Joey Logano has not been able to get around that number 20 of Matt Kenseth. Matt's had that clean air. Logano has been able to get right on the back bumper of that 20 car, but just cannot get enough run to get on the inside and make a move. And you saw the skid marks down in turn 3. That's from the crash with Michael Self and Yaley. And really the guy on the move right now, I believe, is at 33 of Austin Dillon. He's now trying to get third away from Chase Elliott. He's got to run now at 54. And the caution is out. David Starr. Looks like he's the reason for the yellow flag. So we're going to go back and see what took place with the 44 and what put him down in 31st place. Replay, and looks like he'll get, once again, the 4 car is going to cause a caution, or more problems at least. Chastain on the inside of David Starr, right? Oh, he does take out Chastain's teammate Landon Castle. So twice in this race now, Chastain has caused a wreck that's shooken out both of his teammates. Michael Self earlier with the 28 of Yaley, and the 44 of David Starr that took out the 0 of Landon Castle. But Castle, his damage is nowhere as significant as Michael Self's, and he is still inside the top 30. So that will put us under the yellow flag for the second time today. Now that will bunch up the field, and that will give Logano another shot to get past that 20. And now that will bunch up the field and give Austin Dillon a shot, Eric Jones, Kevin Harvick, and Darrell Wallace Jr. has lost a lot of spots down to 9th place, and Brendan Gaughan completes your top 10. Alright, 17 laps are now complete here at Kansas. When do we go green? Next time around we will have 10 to go. Matt Kenseth out in front in the Reese's Toyota. He won the pole, and he's been out front for all 17 laps. While the guy in second place, Joey Logano, trying to do something to get by that 20 car. He needs a real good restart and have a nice run down in the turn 1 if Logano is going to win this race. Chase Elliott running third, and if Austin Dillon wants to win this race, he's got to get around that down to Chase Elliott to have any shot at beating Logano and Kenseth. Running out your top 5 is the 54 of Eric Jones, and then teammate Daniel Suarez is 6, Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher, Darrell Wallace Jr., and Brendan Gaughan. Point leader Regan Smith, 22 points on Chase Elliott and Ty Dillon. Ryan Scott 38 points and Chris Buescher 56. Right now, Buescher and Elliott are gaining points. Scott is losing in points. But then you got Ty Dillon from Regan Smith, who is 11th, to Ty Dillon, who is 33rd. That is about 21 points. Or make that 32 points as we're back underway. Can Logano get by the 20? Here comes Chase Elliott with a nice jump on the restart. And Logano does not jump out and make a pass or move. Well, I don't know. Here he comes on the inside. Kenseth opened up the door. Joey Logano on the inside. Matt Kenseth on the outside. Here, where does Chase Elliott go now? Sitting in third place. Does he go with Logano on the inside? Does he go with Kenseth on the outside, or does he just make a 3 wide and go for the win for himself? Matt trying to fight hard on the outside, but Logano will have the edge, and he will lead lap number 18. New leader 22, Joey Logano. The real loser on this restart is at 33 of Austin Dillon now. Lost the spot to Eric Jones, now Suarez, and Chris Buescher moving by that 33. Matt's not letting Matt's 20 car go. 22 car go, and now Suarez jumps on the inside of Jones. Down into turn 3, it'll be 8 to go. This time by Buescher now, moving by Kevin Harvick. Brendan Gaughan, Regan Smith moving by Darrell Wallace Jr. He's dropping back. Ryan Scott, Brendan Poole, Elliott Sadler, Ryan Reed, and Dakota Armstrong. This is the top 16. Kel Conley's done a nice job getting up to the field. John West Townley, Ross Chastain, and David Gilliland. Jed Burton, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Godovic, Tyler Young, and J.J. Yaley, Landy Castle, Blake Cook, Joey Gase, Eric Cook, David Starr, and Harrison Rhodes, Morgan Shepherd, and Ty Dillon. As back up front, here comes Kenseth on the inside, 7 to go from Kansas. The top two side by side. Matt down in the turn 1, drives it down in there hard. Logano trying to stay on the outside, and here comes another Chase Elliott. Matt looks like he will be able to complete the pass on the 22 Logano. Logano's fighting back with a nice run off turn 2. Down in the turn 3, Matt drives it down in there hard once again. And now Logano under attack from the number 9 on Chase Elliott. And look at the run by Austin Dillon in that 33. He'll down to the inside on the inside of Elliott. Trying to shut the door on him, but Dillon gets a nice run on the inside. Trying to get third away. And we got another guy on the move is Chris Buescher now up into 5th place. Trying to get 4th away now from Elliott. He's a little bit a higher groove than he wants to be. Suarez on the back bumper of Buescher. Here comes Harvick on the inside. It's amazing to see how one driver can make a move on the inside. That'll just cost him a spot to the guy running behind him. Coming down. Gonna be 5 to go. Right here from Kansas. Joey Logano got past Kenseth on the restart, but a couple laps later, Matt got passed by. Back by Austin Dillon now says 3rd, Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher. Harvick, Suarez, Jones, Smith, and Brendan Gaughan. Regan Smith did what he needs to do to win this championship. Elliott trying to gain as much points as he can, but now under attack from Chris Buescher. Logano and Dillon are pretty much riding in the tire tracks of the 20 car. They're going to try to get a good launch off turn 2 and 4. Try to get enough momentum and try to make a move on the inside because the outside is not really where you want to be. As you see Buescher, Harvick, Jones. Look at all these spots and look at all the points the 9 car is now giving up on this restart. And Smith is only 3 cars behind that 9. So Chase Elliott started 3rd in this race. Got up almost up in the 2nd place on this restart. And here comes the 54 and the 18. And the 18 gave the number 9 a little bit of a tap down there in the turn 1. And look at in on his Jenny Motorsports teammate Chase Elliott. Elliott, who's been named to drive the 24 car in 2016, replacing Jeff Gordon. And look at Smith trying to get by the guy he's running for the championship, Chase Elliott. And while up front, Logano continuing to run in the tire tracks of the 20 car. Look at close this time down in the turn number 1. That white line is that 20 car's best friend right now as we're coming down to 1 to go. Kenseth, Logano, and Dillon under a blanket. With 1 to go, and there's a slower car ahead, Morgan Shepherd. Will they catch the 89 in time? I do not believe so. Might probably catch him off turn 4. Logano, one more shot down here in turn 3. Can he make a move? Question is, can he make a move? And he does not have enough momentum, and they're catching the 89 of Shepherd. But they're far back enough where he will not be an issue. Dillon on the outside of Logano, can't make nothing happen. Matt Kenseth wins at Kansas. He wins the Kansas Lottery 300, and Matt has to be very fortunate that that was the last lap and not 2 to go, as he ran right up on Morgan Shepherd right when he took that checkered flag. Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, and Kevin Harvick. The top 5 finishers here at Kansas Speedway. And 4 of those drivers are running in tomorrow's Cup race, and 3 of them are in the chase. Logano, Kenseth, and Harvick. Last round for the 54, Eric Jones 6th, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott gains only 1 point on Regan Smith, and Brendan Gaughan your top 10, Darrell Wallace to 11th, Ryan Scott, Brendan Poole, Elliott Sadler, and Ron Reed, Armstrong, Conley, Townley, Chastain, and David Gilliland your top 20. So now it is just 3 races remain until we'll be crowning ourselves a champion. The next race will be all the way into the round 3 at Texas. At the weekend, Texas weekend is when we will see the Xfinity cars again. Next week in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series and the Spring Up Series, the final race of the Eliminator round at Talladega. And then we have Martinsville, and then a couple of weeks off, and then we'll be getting back racing at Texas. So that is all here from the Kansas Speedway, race number 30 of the year, and just 3 races remain. Big news though in the championship, Regan Smith, another nice run, solid run for Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher, but once again, more trouble for RCR as Ty Dillon finishes 33rd today after damage on a lap 1 incident. So we will see how this will shake out in the point standings, which is coming up right now. See you next weekend at Talladega for the Truck Series, and tomorrow for the Cup Series.